So introduction to conic, right? So what is a conic? First we will see this one. So conic is a locus, right? So conic is a locus of a point for which ratio of distances from a fixed point and from a fixed line, right? So there will be 2 points and 1 line. So here we are talking about locus of a point, that means there is a point that is variable point, so h comma k. Second one, we are talking ratio of distances from this point to this fixed point. So here I am taking a fixed point, that is s alpha comma beta, right? So there are 2 points, one variable point, second one is fixed point. Now second, I am taking a fixed line. So suppose there is a fixed point. What is a conic? Conic is a locus of this point, where ratio of distances from P to S and P to this line L. Right? So I am taking a line L, that is Lx plus My plus L. So the ratio of distances from the point P to this point S and this point S. This ratio is a constant. So this ratio is constant. Where constant value is called eccentricity. Right. So I will denote this eccentricity by E. So PS by PL is equals to E. Right. This is one of the definition of conic, that this locus of this point P for this ratio of the distances of this PS to PL, with perpendicular distance, is constant, right? There are different values of this E. This will be constant for particular conic, like if for parabola, for ellipse, for hyperbola, the value of E will be fixed, right? So this is about conic. Now next one. So let's take some note. So I discussed about this one, right? Now this P point and there is a point S. This S is fixed and the line is fixed. This line L equals to Lx plus My plus L, right? So now first thing, this point S is fixed. The fixed point S, that is alpha comma beta. So the fixed point is called focus, right? Second thing, I have taken the line, this line as fixed. So again the fixed line is called directrix. The name of the fixed line is directrix, right? So there are two things, one is fixed point and fixed line, and this point P is variable, that is h comma k. This point P will move. This will move accordingly. We will get parabola, ellipse, hyperbola by taking ratio. So PS by PL, suppose in case this is equals to E, right? There will be different values of E. E is just a constant. I am just name of that constant I am taking as E. That also you can say this is the for eccentricity we are writing here, right? This ratio is called eccentricity. Now next thing, right? So now I am taking a case here, case 1. So in this case there is a line and there is a point P, h comma k. From this point we will take perpendicular distance, right? And there should be a point also, that focus. So in that case 1 I am taking the focus at directrix. So here I am taking focus at directrix. This is a case, one of the case where PS by PL is also constant. So this point S is also here as S of alpha comma beta. Now again we will take a ratio of the distances. So this PS by PL is again, here also it will be equals to E. But here as you can see, PS, this PL. So suppose PS is D1, PL is D2, right? That means I am talking about D1 by D2 is equals to E. So ratio of the distances here also it is E. But in this case, because focus is lying on this directrix, focus is fixed point, directrix is also fixed, only this point is variable. So we can move this point only along this line. Now if you see, if I take this point here, so ratio of this line and ratio of this line also will be constant. How? Because now see, what is the value of cosec theta? Cosec theta. For this, suppose this angle is theta here. So what is the value of cosec theta? So cosec theta, that means I am talking about 1 upon sin theta. So what is the value of sin theta? Sin theta means opposite upon this one. So opposite is d2 and this is d1, right? So here I am talking about cosec theta is d1 by d2, right? That means this d1 by d2 can be written as cosec theta equals to E. Now if you can see here, if this d1 by d2 is constant, that means this angle is constant. This angle is fixed here, theta is fixed. If theta is fixed, there is only one possibility, that I can take this point P along the line only. So I can take this point here on the line. So cosec theta, this theta can lie between 0 to pi. So between 0 to pi, cosec theta between 0 to 90 and 90 to 180, cosec theta will repeat, right? 0 to 90 one value and 90 to 180 you will get same value. That means there are two possible values of theta. d1 d2 is constant, that means there are two possible values of this point P. Means this point P can lie either here also, at this line also, and this is also one of the possibilities, that P can lie here also. This distance and this distance also will be constant, right? This angle is also theta. That means if this focus is lying on the directrix, then we will get conic as pair of straight line. Pair of straight line. So here also PS by PL is equals to E, and the locus of P will be pair of straight line. That P will lie on a pair of straight line. So now for this pair of straight line, right, there is a one note here. So E is greater than equals to 1. First of all, this is cosec theta also. Also you can say theta is equals to cosec inverse E. So definitely it will be greater than 1. E, because E is also a ratio, so it will be greater than 1 only. Right? We cannot take negative, because here this, if you observe this range of a domain of cosec inverse, right? So E cannot be negative because it is a ratio. So E will be greater than 1, right? If E is greater than 1, then again pair of straight line, pair of straight line. But here E can be equals to 1 also, right? If E is equals to 1, then we will get two coincident lines. Coincident lines. Pair of straight line but coincident, right? But if E is greater than 0, then we will get two distinct lines like this one. So distinct line. Right. This was about this case 1. Here in the case 1, I have taken the focus at directrix, right? So in the next case, I am taking the focus not on the directrix. So let's see that one also. So case 2. Case 2. In this case 2, I am taking directrix, and here there is a point and there is here S, that is alpha comma beta. This point P, H comma C, right? Perpendicular, and this distance from P to S, right? Here because S is not lying on directrix, so we will get different curves like parabola, ellipse and hyperbola, like these curves. So if we solve this, alpha beta is given, H comma K is directrix, H comma K is a fixed point, and this is value of A, L as AX plus PY plus C, right? So again, if we find out P S by PL is equals to E, right? This is a definition from conic. We will get a conic, different curve, right? So suppose, so in this case too, I am taking the focus is not lying on the directrix, so we will get a parabola. Parabola if E is equals to 1, right? That means if ratio of PS by PL is 1, that means both are same. If PS, length PS and PL both are same, in that case if we trace this point P, so we will get a parabola, right? This is the focus. So similarly, if I take any point on this curve, so the distances, ratio of the distances will be equals to 1. That means these two lengths will be always equal. So by taking these two lengths as equal, we will get a curve. That name of that curve will be parabola. So for parabola, eccentricity will be equals to 1. For ellipse, eccentricity will be equals to between 0 to 1, right? Between 0 to 1 means, if we consider, suppose this, if I take E is equals to 1 by 2, so PS by PL is equals to 1 by 2. I am guessing just a case, it is not same for each type of ellipse, but it will lie between 0 to 1 only. Suppose like 3 by 2, 4 by 5, 1 by 5, these are the examples of eccentricity for ellipse. So just one case I am taking here, 1 by 2. So PS is equals to, if I cross multiply, 2 times PS is equals to PL. So as you can observe here, PL is double of PS. So this is also possible for ellipse. Now next case, hyperbola. For hyperbola, eccentricity will be equals to greater than 1. So eccentricity is greater than 1 for ellipse. Hyperbola. Right? So here, if we solve this condition, PS by PL, right? Suppose if I am solving for parabola. So there is a directrix, there is a point h, k, there is a fixed point alpha, beta, and the line is fixed, that is given. We can say the line is given mx n equals to 0, right? So what is distance from P to S? Just distance formula. So h minus alpha whole square plus k minus beta whole square, right, equals to distance from P to this line, that is the distance formula. So this distance is given, so Lx plus my plus n mod divided by L square plus n square, right? So if we simplify square both sides, we will get equation. Here h square is there, k square is there, here L square, h square, m square, k square. If we square it both sides, we will get 2-degree equation in x and y, this equation, right? If we solve both sides, square both sides, we will get a 2-degree equation. That I am taking, just arranging the terms, I am writing something. We will get ax square, some constant time x square, some by square plus 2hxy plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0, right? This is 2-degree. See, I teach this separately by taking that there is a new concept. For that I will be taking for this quadratic equation as 2-degree equation as separate concept, that is 2-degree equation. So what is 2-degree equation? I am taking like this. So ax square by square plus 2hxy plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. This is the equation of conic. Right? There will be some certain criteria. Depending upon that one, this equation will become equation of parabola, equation of ellipse, equation of hyperbola, equation of circle, equation of pair of straight line. Only there are some conditions, right? That also I teach basically in the class. Okay, thank you.